Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noel and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have a sweet little book subscription box that's been sent to me for review once again. It is of course Peace and Pages. Now this box has all kinds of options. You can go with the basic or the deluxe box. You can go with monthly or you can go with bi-monthly, so every other month, and of course you let them know what some of the genres are that you like to read. Now for me, that is going to be thrillers, contemporary fiction, some historical fiction, occasional chick lit, but that tends to be more on the romance side, so I kind of skew away from that. But they've even sent me some really great nonfiction titles. They're always highly rated. Sometimes they're remainders, they're usually paperbacks, but they're always great reads. And then they work with different small businesses across the country to source the goods that come along with the books. Now, because everybody's getting different books every month, they do a theme, but that theme may not necessarily go along with your book. It might, but most likely it will not. Now this box is just so wonderful. Husband and wife duo, they do a great job with it. Like I said, I really love that they are a small business. They're supporting other small businesses. We were able to use them for one of our book club selections this year, and it was just a pleasure to work with them. And I hope that some of my subscribers have stayed subscribed to Peace and Pages because they do such a great job. But let me give you the rundown, and of course I'll put all of the information for you in the description box below as well. Now they do have the basic box, which I think is still just $27 per month, which is awesome, plus around $6.99 in shipping. I could have that wrong, but I will try to leave the most current stuff in the description box, and you can always update me in the comments. I do appreciate that, as long as you're kind about that feedback. The code Noel5 will save you $5, but in that basic box you will get a paperback in one of those pre-selected genres. I like to do like my historical fiction, my thrillers, my nonfiction books. I think I might have already said that, but I've had to restart this video a couple of times because there's so much construction going on my house right now. So forgive me if I am a little repetitive here in the beginning. Along with your book selection that they have selected for you, you will get an aromatherapy product as well as a nice bath product. Now if you do the deluxe box, which is what they are kind enough to send to me, you'll get those three items: the book, the aromatherapy product, the bath product, as well as a nice treat to eat or drink, and another fifth item. They call it a bookish item in some of the descriptions. I find it's easier to just kind of call it a lifestyle item, but it will go along with the theme for the month. So they do some spoilers in terms of the upcoming themes, but not in terms of the items that are inside. So let's see. That deluxe box I think is $39 per month or per box, because you could be doing it every other month plus shipping. So really reasonable. Oh my goodness, I don't think I've even pre-scored the tape. I was just getting so excited. Now this is another announcement for those of you who've been watching every day for the last like 10 days, almost 2 weeks now since I've been back. I was hoping to do daily videos for you through the end of July, and then starting on August 1st go to every other day, but it looks like I just don't have enough boxes coming. There is a lot of tumult in the subscription box world, in the shipping world, and that is understandable. There's a lot of stuff going on, and that's understandable for our budgets as well. So I'm going to shift to every other day starting with today. So for the rest of the month you'll have unboxings on the even days, and then we'll start again on August 1st. So unfortunately that's just how it's going to have to go, but for those of you who do tune in all the time, I really appreciate your support, especially those of you who watch the videos a second, third, fourth, or fifth time, just to help keep my views up, to help keep the channel going. That is very helpful to me. You can always create your own playlists, or you can play one of mine, but let's go ahead and get into our box. Alright, so no video from me tomorrow. You can always subscribe and hit the notification bell. That'll always let you know. And then sometimes I do announcements if like the schedule is going to be really chaotic. But I think if we just start now with our every other day, at least through the end of the summer, probably like right on into September, I think we'll be okay. All right, so right on top, you can see they just have a little piece of cardboard and they have their product card, which tells us what the product is as well as the company that makes it so that you can find more of their items if you would like to. On the back, it just gives you a little warning about reading the ingredients list carefully because, you know, they are a small team, of course, putting these together, so they can't necessarily, they're already looking at your preferences for what you like to read. They can't necessarily make sure that they get all those allergies and, you know, like your favorite color and that kind of stuff. So the theme for, wow, well, hopefully you like this flavor because the theme for the month of July is watermelon, which sounds delicious. And this is, of course, the deluxe edition. So let me prop that up. Ooh, I'm seeing some cool stuff. There's a company that's got like a little product card right on the top where I've definitely gotten some of their items before, but this looks like a new item from them. So I'm pretty stoked on that. So I removed that little layer of cardboard on top and we will get into the shred. Actually, I'm just gonna put a little bit of this shred right into my recycle bin. I've got plenty of it for those mystery boxes that I like to send out to you guys through our secret password giveaways. So those also are something to keep your ears and eyes open for because I will have fewer unboxings this month than usual, but I will make sure that there's still a good number of secret passwords in the videos so that you can be entered to win. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, I'm just gonna pull everything out so that I can reference it, and then I might need a little microfiber here so that I can unshred dust everything. And I'm gonna get to the book first. Now the book is always on the bottom, of course, because it provides like a nice base. And I'm gonna go ahead and read the blurb because the book is the star of the show, of course. So this is the book they sent me. Pretty good thickness there. The Girls We Sent Away by Megan Church. You know, you guys, I don't even see a remainder mark on this, so look at that. Like I said, some people like get really like sensitive about books being remainders, but I feel like with the value of this box, like I do not mind as long as it's a well-rated book. All right, so let me read the blurb for you. Girls in your condition don't get to have their say. Oh, we've got one of those places. All right. It's the 1960s in North Carolina, and Lorraine Delford has it all. An upstanding family, a perfect boyfriend, an idyllic home complete with a white picket fence. Yet every time she looks through her father's telescope, she dreams of leaving it all behind to go to space. It's ambitious, but Lorraine has always been exceptional. But when this darling girl next door gets pregnant, she's forced to learn firsthand the realities that keep women grounded. To hide their daughter's secret shame, the Delfords send Lorraine to a maternity home for wayward girls. But this is no safe haven. It's a dark house. It's a house with dark secrets and suffocating rules. And as Lorraine begins to piece together a new vision for her life, she must decide if she has the power to fight for the future she wants, or if she must submit to the rules of a society she once admired. Powerful and affecting, The Girls We Sent Away is a timely novel set during the intersection of the baby scoop era and space race that explores autonomy, belonging, and a quest for agency when the illusions of life as you know it fall away. So that sounds like a really good contemporary and historical fiction, you know, not the not so long ago history where girls were faced with those choices and faced with those obstacles, and you know that definitely still exists today to some degree, but it does sound interesting, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably have to look it up on Goodreads and decide where it goes in my TBR pile, but it will go in my TBR pile. Like I said, I don't have a ton of time these days for extra reading beyond our quarterly book club and then, you know, all the work that I have to do, but I do know that the books that I've read, that I've received from Pieces and Pages, have been truly enjoyable. So I'm excited about this one. All right, you guys, now we've seen the book. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the items that are inside. So the first one that I see is, this is going to be our bath product from Wild Child Studio Company. It is, of course, in watermelon because that is the theme, perfect for summer. My husband's such a weirdo. We both have like different food preferences. Like I really dislike avocado, which many of you already know. He too does not like avocado. However, he's starting to come around on it, which I'm kind of being that way with onions. Sometimes onions, not raw, but sometimes grilled or cooked onions I can deal with. He is not a big fan of melon. Like he will eat cantaloupe and honeydew, but like if it is watermelon, will not eat it. And things like watermelon to me, like cucumber, another thing he doesn't like. But I really like watermelon, and watermelon is one of those flavors where I both like the actual fruit and sometimes I actually like the semi-artificial flavoring and sense of it. It's kind of like with green apple or peach. Like, of course, I love the real fruit, but I also am kind of okay with the artificial version of it, like grape, which I never think grape flavored anything actually tastes like the real delicious plumpy grapes that you get in, you know, in bunches. But you guys let me know in the comments below what is a sort of artificial flavor that you actually sort of enjoy. Obviously, it's better when it's like really pureed watermelons and they've infused it into something. But if there's like kind of a guilty flavoring pleasure that you have, let me know. All right, so this is cute. It's 8 ounces and I bet it smells awesome and makes you smell like a delicious fruit. So that is our watermelon body wash, and they are out of Pennsylvania. Now for our, let's see, our aromatherapy product. So these are the 3 items that would be in your basic box. We have from Two Sprouts Candle Company, that is a cute name, watermelon lemonade soy wax melts. Now you guys know I love a candle, but I also love a wax melt. I have the kind that you can just plug into the wall. I find that a lot easier than having to have a tea light in an open flame essentially. So I do think these are super duper fun. And I bet they smell really good. So they are out of Michigan. Let's give these a sniff if I can. Ooh, that does smell good. It does smell a little artificial, not overly, and the lemonade kind of makes it, I don't know. I can definitely smell more watermelon than lemonade. But this does seem like something that would be nice in your home when you're trying to cool it down, and it is the hot summer months, so I'm definitely going to use that. My husband also really likes aromatherapy products, even though he's a little bit of a weirdo when it comes to some of the flavors. All right, so in the deluxe boxes, you get those 3 basic items, and then you also get a drink or a treat. There was a box, the one that we got for our book club a few months ago. Man, I think that was the last one that I got because sometimes they sell out of this box. Those Rice Krispie treats were so good. This time we got some tea from Tiesta Tea. It's an immunity tea. It's sweet watermelon herbal tea. It's called Chunky Watermelon. So it's a really pretty tea, if you guys can see in there. And this is going to be natural watermelon flavoring. So Chunky Watermelon Tea out of Tiesta Tea Company from Illinois. So that's fun. So we got things from 4 different states: Pennsylvania, Michigan, Delaware, and Illinois. So shout out for those of you who live in one of those 4 states. It is caffeine free, but it does brew 20 to 25 cups. It's got all kinds of fruit in it: apple, carrots, melon and cane sugar, natural flavors, and beetroot. All right, so the beetroot is probably just for like the coloring, but that sounds fun. Okay, let's see what else we've got. We have, this is the item that I recognize the name of the brand. It's from Pinch Me, which I always know them for their therapy dough, which is like grown-up Play-Doh, super duper fun. They also do like room sprays and things because they have some amazing scents. But this is their clip-on locket. Now this is the company that is out of Delaware. I'm very interested to see what this is all about. Now I don't know that I would wear it as an actual locket around my neck. It could be a really cool keychain though, and that's kind of what it looks like, right? It's because it's got that little clip there. So it says, "Calm looks good on you. The new Pinch Me locket is more than just a fashion statement. It's a secret weapon in your war on stress. This portable little pendant is packed with your favorite Pinch Me dough scent and is ready to go at a moment's notice. As soon as you start feeling unsettled, just unlatch it and get to squeezing. Stress won't even see it coming. It's almost unfair. When stress comes to call, block it with the Pinch Me locket. Every Pinch Me purpose helps fund our mission to pay it forward by supporting the Wounded Warrior Project." We thank you for that. So I love that. So let me see if I can, unclip it. So it's actually taped on there, but I think it's just like a little paint pot almost. And I think you just open it pretty easily. Let's see. I want to make sure that I open it the right direction. So it's just like a little paint pot of Pinch Me dough. I was going to see if it had the little imprint that it usually does. But I think that's so fun. You can just take it out and play with it. A little tactile therapy. What a great idea. So, oh, it smells a little bit sweeter. It almost smells like it's got like a rose scent in there as well. But it does, I would see if I smelled that, I wouldn't guess watermelon because it doesn't have like the classic watermelon tartness to me. I don't know, I guess it has a tartness, but I think this is such a cool idea. What does it smell like? It smells like something else, but definitely fruity still. It is pink, but pink can be soothing to some of us. They do have some other fantastic scents if you're looking for a bigger pot of their Pinch Me Therapy dough. Like, they come in pretty big sizes and small sizes as well. And they have like an oceany one that I really love that's got like a really calming color too. So this wound up being our lovely Peace and Pages box. So this time around I got some contemporary fiction with The Girls We Sent Away, which sounds both sad and sort of interesting, thought-provoking. We got our Tiesta Tea in Chunky Watermelon. We got our Wild Child Studio Company Watermelon Body Wash. Our Watermelon Lemonade Wax Melts from Two Sprouts Candle Company, our Pinch Me Therapy Dough Locket in Watermelon, and I think overall this is a fun box, fun theme, and I'm looking forward to reviewing it again in the future. If you've happened to read anything from this author, or even this book itself, let me know in the comments, and if you are looking for a fun, very affordable book subscription box where you can kind of tailor it to your preferences and your budget, I definitely suggest it. And it's also kind of nice because it still has a little bit of a surprise to it, right? Because you never know exactly what title you're gonna get, so they're not always like very recent releases, but they're also not like super old either, so you're not probably gonna get too much repeat. And even if you did, you can always share the book with someone else. So let me see, this is a 2024 book, so it's not like it's an old one. All right, guys, thanks so much for being here. I truly appreciate your support. Like I said, from here on out, for the rest of the summer at least, we'll be doing every other day for our unboxings. And if you have an opportunity to go back and watch an older video, and basically any video that has like less than 500 views could use a little bit of no-bot love from some of you, and I would truly appreciate it. And I'll see you soon in my next unboxing.